Yes, sir. Welcome back to Talk with Master right now. This one, it's my guy. This guy has personally helped me on so many levels he don't even know. We're gonna get to him. I'm gonna surprise him with a few things. Mr. Otis Beard. Hey, introduce yourself.
Hey man, I'm so. By the way, before we do the introduction, I was just saying off camera how I'm so fortunate to be here, man. Because I've since I've known you, it's been since like pandemic.
I think it was 2019.
Yeah, 2019, something like that.
Yeah.
I have connected with you on social media.
Yes,
I've watched you just. I mean, you flourish in any area that you go in.
Appreciate it.
I've seen you move to the Midwest.
Yeah.
Hey,
Midwest is lovely. Shout out St. Louis.
That's
man.
right, man. Chicago's on here, man.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out. I got something to tell you about Chicago. Let's go.
But yeah, as you were saying, my name's Otis Bird. Again, originally from Chicago, been out here in Southern California for the last going on 14 years.
Okay.
I don't like it. I love it. It's the Sunshine State. It's a whole different vibe. Like everybody back at home, just come on west, man. Forget the money and all of that. It all translates, man. But I think I'm on here because I've been in the financial world for the last decade, over a decade.
Successfully in the financial world. Let's use that. Let's do that right.
Yeah.
Successfully in the financial world.
Yeah, not every year. Like the first few years was pretty terrible, but for the most part, for like the last, call it like 5-6 years, we've been doing pretty okay.
Okay, so kind of explain what do you do in the financial world and break it down for those who need that information, because I think
I got
need
you.
it. Yeah.
I got you. So essentially, I think so. There's a lot of stuff that I do in the financial world, but I think the number one thing that I do is that I educate people. I teach people exactly how money works. You know, it's a saying that information is powerful, but that's a lie, because it's not powerful until it's applied. So again, there's a big gap in between knowing something and actually doing something. So I'm the person who stands in the gap, and I connect this to that, and I bring it together. Okay. So it doesn't matter if, we're talking about corporate finance. It doesn't matter if we're talking about, just understanding just how just simple money works in your household. You invest in, like what to invest in, exactly what to do. That's kind of my realm, and I do that with a pretty large team. I got about 150 agents nationwide.
What was that when I first met you? Where was it at? Where were you at then?
Oh man, at that time I was probably like 30, 40. Yeah.
You grew like that. What was the key? What was instrumental to your growth?
Mentorship.
Bro, everybody keep telling me that the mentorship is better than college. It's better than that mentorship, one-on-one mentorship.
It is, because what a beginner's mindset would do in most cases. So that means if you begin in anything, we know like say for instance, we use like basketball, right? Mm-hmm. We'll take the idea of like Steph Curry. Most of us, we thinking, man, Steph Curry can do X, Y, Z because, he's really good. He got in the gym, he did the work, right? So our minds are like, well, we need to go work more. Now, translation to that in business is how business grew for me is I would just try to grow a product.
Okay.
And then I got out growing products, and I started growing people, and I started growing people in the phases of like leadership and helping them understand their capacity. So then that translates back to me in the business, and then the bottom line increases in terms of revenue.
Okay. When you said that, it brought a book that I'm reading to mind called Atomic Habits.
Ooh, come on now.
Systems, that 1% change every time.
Yeah.
Them systems. How important has it been for you to have them systems?
I wouldn't be able to grow if I didn't have a system. Because I'm a hard worker, I think like everybody in this room, we all know how to work really hard, but you have to really think about what the word system means. If you break it down to an acronym, it stands for save yourself time, energy, money. That's what system stands for.
Ooh, so do that again, hold on. He shot that. Save yourself time.
Save yourself time, energy, and money. That's what a system does, right? So what mentors do is that they essentially, we could get the work done. Like whatever you're trying to do, you can get it done. It's easy because we know how to work hard. We know, like, we got something to take down. Okay, cool, we got to go do it. But when you talk about real growth is baited in a word called scale, like scalability, right?
Like that's the whole 10 times thing.
Yeah, like you want to be able to grow it so that you can have income, right? And then that, that leads to like passive income and stuff like that. But essentially, how I grew it is that I had mentors who basically just cut the time in half and said, look, you don't have to do it this way. Kind of like you as a parent.
Yeah.
Right? What we've been through as parents, like, with our kids.
Man, you trying to tell them off from, listen, this is where I messed up at. Don't do that. Let's try this route.
That's all it is in the business sense. is you get a mom, a dad, an uncle, an auntie, a granddad in business. Those are mentors. And what they're supposed to do, the right ones, you got to find the right ones.
Because the internet got them scam mentors.
Oh,
You
yeah.
buy if you lock in a month, you get a course.
Don't
You
get
meet
me
on these
started there, man.
Zoom calls. Hey, we're gonna meet up for a Zoom call every day. And because I got a guy I want to talk to you about, I want to see how you feel about him. But go ahead, finish what you were saying.
I'll tell you. But yeah, I agree with that, man. Because there's a lot of people, because we have maximum exposure. You know, your previous guest, he did a really, really good conversation about, you know, internet and, you know, the nuances of it.
Yeah.
But with that has brought this wave of people from the pandemic who maybe read 1, 2, 3 books, maybe watched 2, 3 people, and now they're like your online gurus.
Man, talk about the online guru, because listen,
I hate them. I hate them. I hate them.
because
They make the world hard for me and you.
you know why? It's because people, the average person, wants a quick solution to a problem that they're not even really ready to fix. Because having a mentor is gonna make you fix the long-term problem. See, Instagram, this thing right here, it's a short-term problem.
Oh, I got goosebumps right now.
Because I'm telling you, the conversation we had when I first met you, bro, we sat there and we were just transparent about everything.
We chopped it up.
And it was about like an hour or two, and we just chopping it up. And I was just like, you wasn't trying to sell me on joining the team. You were just like, bro, you got it. This is what you got to do. This, that. And I was just sitting there. And when I went back and I thought about it, and I went online, I looked, I said, bro, most people don't even have the mental capacity or the understanding to sit there and say, this guy's giving me this game. He's not being abrasive about it. He's just telling me, listen, I see something in you, brother. As brothers, we got to stick together. And from that moment, I grew so much. That's how I met, Alexander. It's just from that moment. So what I want to touch on is some financial strategies that I personally use, that I tell people to use.
Yeah.
So how important is paying yourself first when you work a regular gig? Is saving that 30%.
Singular most important thing. So, I mean, you break down like a pie, right? You break down a pie. You think about a pie in direct correlation with how much money you have coming in. You see, the concept of gaining wealth or accumulating wealth is not about how much money you actually bringing in. It's about how much money you keep, right? So there's problems that you have to solve for in keeping the money, right? And the first thing I think is, going back to what you said, you have to start off with certain percentages, because saving money is just like going to the gym the first time.
Oh yeah.
Right? You need to, you're not going in there, if I'm standing next to you in the gym, I'm not lifting what you lifting, bro.
Yeah, you gotta lift what you can lift.
I'm not lifting what he lifting. But what I am doing is that I'm trying to work to a way where you can. So you, in fact, could be a mentor in that way, right? And then I go, hey, what are you doing? So translation in business or in finances or accumulating wealth, I go, well, let me find out somebody who's already had the blueprint done. Okay, you know, besides what you drive and what you dress like and all of that, I want to know is this person somebody that's worthy following? We can come back on that. So what I do is, generally you want to look at percentages first.
Percentages,
okay. So percentage. All my clients, I always have them start off with, hey, listen, if you don't have a muscle, meaning you ain't been in the gym, you need to start somewhere where it's manageable, right? Most beginning people who start saving and investing, they're 5 to 10% of their income. So 5-10%,
it's really nothing, because to me, well, I ain't gonna say it's nothing. It is something, so I don't want to take it there. But you're not gonna see that growth that you want. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. Well, that's it. But going back, what you just said it earlier about instant gratification.
Instant gratification,
right? No man plants the seed of a tree and expects to get shade tomorrow.
No.
So there's a difference between what you said, instant gratification, and what we call delayed gratification.
Yeah.
So instant is I want it right now. That's not gonna happen, right? I mean, that's why a lot of people are so big on crypto. Nothing against crypto. It's a great
fast
opportunity.
flip.
Yeah,
it's a fast flip.
It's exactly right.
I ain't gonna lie, Doge. I made a fast flip. Doge. I'm not gonna hate. Listen, I made a fast flip. I was in and out.
You was good though.
That was good.
You was good. You was good.
Well, quick,
So the fast flip is good, but then I want you to kind of think about money in this way, right? There's an older version of you that has to exist.
Definitely. And that you should want to exist.
Exactly. I want to be here when I'm 70, 80 years
I want to see my grandkids. I got a 20-year-old. I'm trying to see what his, he got about, I figure 5 more years before he pops something out.
He will, right?
Yeah, and then you see the grandkids, and you're thinking I got at least something for them.
And you have to think about it like this. Okay, if I have kids, my kids, hopefully, they take care of me. Think about money in the same exact way. right?
Okay.
It's like when you take care of your kids when they're younger, you do right by them. Then older, you know, later on in the years, then they take care of you, right? The money is the same way. The money is, how do I water like the plant? So it may not look like a lot over time, but there's two concepts in investing that really save people. One is compound interest, learning compound interest.
You in my head, bro. You in my head, bro. I was about to say compound interest, but go ahead.
Compound interest is the greatest wonder in the world. If anybody wants to get like real nerdy about it, it's a rule called the rule of 72. It will teach you exactly when your money doubles.
Okay.
So it's something that works for you, but also works against you if you get in charge interest. So you just simply just take, let's just say if you got money in a checking safe, that's not even say checking savings account. Let's say you got an account that earns 1%. This is how it works. 72 divided by whatever that interest is. It'll tell you exactly how often your money's gonna double.
So
right?
let's say I have, and I'm not, because if I have to, I will go to this calculator because I can't do it off the top of my head. A 4.6% yield CD, 12-month CD. Is that something? Because I always tell people that helps to start like understanding it.
Yeah.
Get your little baby CD. Try a CD out. See how that works. See the interest pile on that little $500,000 you got to see.
There's nothing wrong with that, right? Because I think that has great benefits as well. But if you're trying to get, you know, overall growth, like say people on Wall Street invest, you know, that would be more in like what you would consider like short-term money.
Okay.
So there's like a short-term, mid, and then long, right? Your mid and your long, you don't want those at like 4%.
Okay.
You know, you don't want those like you can have your short-term because that's great.
Great.
You know, you're gonna have some return on it. It's not gonna be crazy, but when you go into like investing, you want to think about compound interest, and there's another thing called dollar cost averaging.
Dollar cost averaging. Break down dollar cost.
It seems like it'll be difficult, but it's in the most simplest form. It works like this. So you know how most people they'll have like a 401k, a retirement plan, something like that, right?
Let's say 401k.
So when you put money into an account every single month, you're basically buying shares at different costs. So the cost of like a share may be like $100, and then it may be like $50. Over time, what your dollar does is that it averages out, and it actually ends up buying you more shares because you just consistently just put money into it.
Okay.
So that's just the dollar cost averaging effect. So those two things save people in over time.
Two questions I get all the time, and I don't answer them good because I don't know, so I don't answer them. I say, listen, maybe, but I got a guy who do know. I think is it IUL? Is it called, what is it?
Index Universal Life.
How do you feel about IULs? Because a lot of people want to know about IULs because of the internet gurus. You know, internet gurus, they push IULs, and they know.
They need to be put in a headlock. I'll tell you that right now.
So how do you feel about IULs?
I believe that IULs, when appropriately used, are the Swiss Army knife of all financial products. All of them.
Okay, so I like to read. So one of my favorite people to read up on, and people might not agree, is John D. Rockefeller.
Oh yeah.
And how the Rockefeller family used IULs as a waterfall method, as their personal bank, where it triggers down. If the family borrows out there, you got to pay back with interest, and it keeps generational wealth.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. So I've been reading.
I'm glad you're there because, you know, since we're talking about money and we're talking about wealth and accumulation and then passing that on to the future generations, the Rockefellers are the gold standard when it comes to that, because there was big companies back in the day. There was the Rockefellers, there was the Vanderbilts, and then I forget there's another
Carnegie.
Yeah, Carnegie. Right?
JP Morgan.
Now these families, they don't have wealth like the Rockefellers did because of what you just said. Because they learn how to leverage life insurance. Not life insurance for the sense of death insurance like you die, but they learned it because it's an asset protector. So you can grow money inside of an account and never have to worry about.
They say like a protected bank.
Yeah, that's all it is.
It's a protected bank.
That's it.
And I want to say this because this will touch home with us as black people. We don't value life insurance or any type of life insurance. We don't value it like we should.
I don't disagree with that.
Because this I know we don't, right? And I was telling me and my mom had this hard discussion. I was like, Mom, you know what? We got to get you life insurance.
Absolutely.
And she agreed, she understood. But then when our homies passed, our friend passed, we selling fish plates, we selling shirts. Like, bro, you telling me he had a Benz, bro, and he had no life insurance?
No life insurance, man. No life. You know,
and it costs less than the Benz.
It's literally in most cases like $1 or $2 a day.
Yeah, and it's like, and like I was telling somebody, right? So I had it to where my life insurance is my son, his sister, my nieces, and my nephews.
Nice.
So when I'm gone, y'all good. Y'all good. I don't want to hear nothing. Y'all straight.
Put your name on the frame of the door too.
they ain't. Them niggas gonna forget. They gonna. But I trip off that. Like that bothers me that we have to, that we don't value life insurance like everybody else.
Yes, but it has to go back because when I got into the industry, I was really mad at our community for a very long time. Cause I was like, man, like I'm tired of my uncles. I just had an uncle like 2 weeks ago. He passed away, but before he passed away, my uncle was on drugs. He was like a career crackhead, like career. And before he died, like because we started talking about money and stuff, we started having these discussions. Like you said, you have like family bonding. We started using family bonding for family education time, and we do it once a month. My uncle, we all came together and was like, we got to start something because he was missing too much. Yeah. You know, he just started taking off. And he passed away, you know, God bless him, my Uncle Mike. And he died, but before he died, a year and a half, we got him a life insurance policy. So not only did we cover like his basic expenses of dying, but we was able to kind of, you know, add like $30,000-$40,000 to the family.
And for you guys out there, they have no physical life insurance. Absolutely. They have little physicals. Like you can pretty much walk away. Last time I checked, and do you sell life insurance? Yeah. So he sells it. So he knows the rates. But let's say someone wants, they come. I say, oh, this man, listen, we want to get $1 million life insurance on my son. He's 20. What are we looking like?
It's probably like $30-$40 a month, maybe. Probably not even that. I'm
because he's 20 and he's so now. Let's say we're gonna jump. Let's say I get married. I say, you know what? I just got married. So I want to get $1 million on me. I'm 42. What are we looking at?
Well, I mean, if you got good health, because that's what it's really going to be based on.
Take the physical. I don't mind taking the physical and the blood work.
If you look at the health, I mean, I would say it would be somewhere in between you 42. I would say it would be no more than like $80.
And for anyone that don't understand that, $80 a month. Are we talking term or
just term?
Term.
Just some basic term.
Like what? About 10 piece or
30 piece.
30 piece?
Yeah, 30.
I take a 30 piece for about $80 a month for a milli. I don't know. My son might try to knock me off though. I don't trust him at this point. I don't trust him.
That's why you got to get a trust now.
Yeah.
That's why you got to get a trust.
Now here we go. Explain having the $1 million life insurance and the trust, so he can get his mind out the gutter. Right.
I see him over there. You know, I thought it was the jury that was lighting up over there.
No,
that's him, right?
It's his teeth. It's his teeth.
So a trust is probably the most utilized tool when it comes to passing over wealth and reducing taxes, because that's all a trust is. Okay. So what we may be familiar with is wills. So wills is just
who gets what.
Right. You know, I got a phone. I want my kids to have it. Right. Okay. I got clothes. I want my cousin to have it. Right. So a trust, what it does is that it establishes that of a direction. Like I want people to have this, but a trust is really set up to pass on the wealth, because when you die, there's inheritance taxes, death taxes. You know, so your estate, you have to pay off. You know, if you're over a certain amount of money, I should say. You have to pay off taxes, you know. So a trust, what it does is that it minimizes that, and then it keeps all of the money in house. Because when you die, you leave, like you're done. Your Social Security is no longer here, right? But an entity, in like a trust, that's what it is. It stays here. So all it does is that it just positions money, just rearranges money. It says it's like continuation of money.
If y'all don't hear what he's basically saying is it costs you to be born, it costs you to live, and it costs you to die. It's a cost. So. What I want to tap on right now is the importance, because see, I think if you just get a regular job, they offer 401ks, IRA, Roths, and things of that nature. There's another one I forgot. It's a 501k.
Yeah, they all like the same. 403b.
403bs, yeah, the 403b.
403k, yeah.
When someone comes to you because you do asset management, right, financial management. Let's say I'm gonna use Travis over there, right? Travis, his a long lost uncle dies, leaves him 400k.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Otis, what I do with this 400k? What is it looking like for Travis? What are we doing?
I mean, we're just going generally.
Yeah.
First of all, I would just kind of test to see what his lifestyle is. Like, what does he need? What does he want? And then I would go to work on trying to grow that money as much as I possibly can.
Okay.
Right. So, I mean, there's various vehicles you can put your money in. You know, you mentioned IUO. That's a really, really good one. Then there's other mutual funds that you can do. I'm not as strong as a proponent for people to have 401ks, only because you get to grow all your wealth up front, but then nobody ever tells you what happens on the back end. Yeah. So let's just say we grow your account to $1 million. That sounds great to the average American, right?
Yeah. $1 million at 65, they ain't gonna be happy.
Yeah. They happy, right? But here's the downside of it. What if I told you that you only own half of it?
Okay, why you only want half? Because that don't sound right. I don't want 500,000.
Right, you want the whole.
I want the whole ticket, baby.
Right. You want the whole. Yeah, you want the whole.
I want the whole ticket.
So here's the reason why it happens: is because you're growing money and you're deferring taxes.
So you haven't paid the taxes on it. You're paying on the back end.
You're paying on the back end. So right between now and the time you take out the taxes, which is right now I'm 39. That's just considered 20, 30 years from now. Are the taxes going to go up or down in the United States of America?
You're 39.
39.
And how long you been doing this?
Since I was 28.
Y'all playing. He made me feel. He said he was 39. He just made me feel some type of way. So my son's 20. You're 27.
28.
He's 28.
That's when I started.
Juice, you 36. 36. Jerome.
41.
Oh, so he with me.
45.
Okay, he's there. So
45.
the different generations here, and that's crazy to have that inside at 28 saying. And I know when you jumped at 28, there wasn't many brothers in that space.
Yeah, no, still not a lot.
It's still, I don't still,
still
bro,
not a lot.
I'm talking about real ones, not the internet guru.
Yeah, I got you.
know what I'm talking about? Like real ones tangibly that I've been to their office, I've seen they work, I know what they do, and one thing is you got the receipts, because your lifestyle match. Now, I'm not saying he's out here balling, but last time I checked it in South County.
Yeah, we do okay.
Any brother living in South County, I'm telling you right now, listen, any brother living in South County is cool. So what I want to say also, I'm gonna give you flowers right now because we met in 2019, right? I remember I go to his office, right? I'm like, man, okay, meet. I thought I tried to drive. You try to dress like kind of professional.
You were sharp though. You had on the black suit.
Yeah,
I still remember that.
Yeah, I still remember that. But when we talked, bro, all I did normally, if you know me, I'm talking to bro. I just sat there and just listened. He was lacing me. I took that back, bro, and did the work. And this is how I did the work, right? First thing, I started saving, right? 30% of every check. That was
nice.
30% of every check, right? And I did get into my company's 401k, but I also went and got an IRA Roth with a 3.5% match of all my deposits. Nice. So what I didn't know is I was playing around. I didn't know that you could take the money in your IRA Roth and actually buy stocks. And if stocks make money, that goes back into the IRA Roth.
There you go.
And he's already paying taxes on, so I know that was free money. So that was the first thing. So bam. So I'm doing that. Then I go get me the big life insurance.
Free game.
That was that. So then I took it a step further because I remember I couldn't do certain things because of my background, which is cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna bypass that. I moved out of state, right? So when I get to St. Louis, they don't have this out here, but they have it in St. Louis where you can buy tax lien properties. And no one here knows this. I'm gonna tell you because we don't. I'm just keep it real with you because we here. They don't know this. Even my son don't know this. So I went and bought 8 properties.
I remember. They was like dilapidated properties.
Right? So I'm just sitting on them. So 4 of the properties have either half burnt down homes or homes that need like $40,000, $50,000 worth of work. I still got them. They're sitting.
I see where you're going.
Okay, I had one property that had 3 lots, 3 addresses on one lot, right? I'm telling this how God works. So I bought that 3 address lot for $800 at an auction. 800. I'll take it. That's it. $800, right?
That's crazy.
3 addresses on that lot. Watch this. I get a letter in the mail. I select the letter on my phone when I signed it. We want to buy one of your lots, just one address, for $30 grand.
Have it.
You can have it. I ain't tripping. I got 2 more. But I just lived off that for a while with no one else. Just like I put it up. I put some in this and put some in that. And then I went another step. I said, you know what? Damn, what if I get sued? They gonna come take all this. So I went LLC, Bullock Investment Group.
There we go.
I transferred all my property to Bullock Investment Group. They said it's now protected over there. That's just because this guy.
That's the way to do it, though.
That's the way to do it, bro. And then my tax deductions are crazy.
That's not getting that's a conversation.
That's
we'd have to have a whole nother show for
that's
that.
a whole nother weekend.
Because that's where the real money is.
That's where the real
where the real money
and
is.
I didn't realize it. And I'll say this, I think you might know, that year, that was my first year ever hitting 6 figures. I'm talking about not telling you that if I pull up my W-2s, what Uncle Sam is, that's what that is. And like, so to me, I was sitting here, I'm in St. Louis, like, oh my God.
Oh, you balling in St. Louis.
St. Louis, bro.
Oh,
listen,
you balling.
I'm listening.
Did you go to East St. at all?
Oh yeah, East St. Louis,
East St.
Western Park, Cahokia Heights. So listen.
You go to Pink Slip?
Nah. He's a wild boy. He knows something. But no, so, and my son takes so at that point I'm like, man, I wanna experience something that was on my vision board in prison. I went and got a downtown apartment, 7th floor. Bought my car, the car I wanted, and this is all God. And God, let me tell people, God was the whole foundation. My relationship with God. My son tell you, I'm watching, this and that. But I realized that now what really messed my brain up was I did some math. So I went back. So the pandemic was a party. I ain't gonna lie. Pandemic, I was partying because we were locked in.
Yeah, we was animals. Yeah.
We was buying about one Douce bottle a weekend. Just one, and that's just just fun, right? That's $60. I did 60 times 52. It messed my head up. I sit there. I don't even drink no more now. I don't even drink no more, bro. And like they'll tell you, like bro will tell you, like I'm on live, quarantine, taking shots of Douce. I'm thinking I'm lit. I did the math. I said that's wild. And so something else I did the math on was this, and it's who drinks Starbucks in here? Who's a Starbucks head?
The latte effect.
My son. Okay. Do you know how you get free Starbucks?
Oh, I know how I get free Starbucks.
Bruh, the camera bros. So I was watching. I forgot what I was watching, and I do ingest some of the fake gurus because there are nuggets hidden.
Just truth and lies, yeah.
Some of them. So this one was kind of true how to get free Starbucks. If you buy Starbucks shares enough for that quarterly payout,
pays you off.
that pays you off. And so I was watching something, and it was a white guy. He was telling this. He goes, "You should never ever buy a product that you don't own stock in." I don't know why my mom's FaceTime right now. We gotta see what.
Talk to mom.
Watch. What is she doing? Hello? The internet's bad here. What are you doing? We're recording a podcast right now with my friend Otis here. We're recording a podcast. I'm gonna call you back. She hung up. Actually, it's the internet here, to be honest.
Yeah, because she definitely called you back.
She's coming right back. Hold on. What's going on?
Yes.
What are you doing? We're recording a podcast. I'm here with my friend.
Well, wait a minute, 'cause see, I was trying to link you, Erica, but something happened.
Oh, her and my sister.
I love that.
What about the tree lighting later today?
Yeah, mama's voice good.
For sure.
Me too.
Yeah,
What's
we
up?
probably not.
So is he.
Something happened with Erica's car or something. So we're just gonna do.
Don't edit that out.
I'm not. No, I don't edit that now. Okay, so I'll call you when I'm done.
All right then.
All right, everybody.
That says a lot about the man he is.
Yeah. No, he knows. No, Travis Chase knows. So I've taken my mom to Hawaii, Virgin Islands, Vegas. Like that's just. I feel like if you can't do it with your fam, like
That's wealth.
we also went to New York. I took my son, my sister, and my mom. We went to New York, New Year's Eve, Times Square. But listen, let me tell you
That's
something.
wealth right there.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you something. I know why they get money now. I've never been to a 5-star hotel. That's my first time. The Kimberly in downtown Manhattan.
Oh, the Kimberly, yeah.
See, look at that.
Did they give you the lavender towel?
Bro, listen.
Yeah.
Bro, no, listen. Bro, say, bro, listen. We pull up. They valet the car, they take it. The concierge comes, takes the bag. They pull out your bed. They get you the slippers. And I'm like, man,
Everything.
I said, bro, I get it.
Champagne when you walk in, champagne when you walk out.
Listen, I get the understanding now of why when you work that hard you want those things.
Absolutely.
So we talk. So now I gotta do like I did Alexander. Let's say somebody, I'm gonna go Travis because Travis is 28 or 27. 28. He wants to change careers because you started at 28. How do you bring people on? How do you onboard them? How do you train them up to do what you do? Because I'm pretty sure they're gonna look at you and want to do that.
Yeah, because I have a system. So I recruit like on a weekly basis because I'm always looking for talent. Because again, when you want to grow a business, you don't grow the product, you grow the people. But you got to find the right people.
Okay.
So there's generally criteria that I specifically look for. I would say there's 5 things. There's really 2 like industry things that you can't get past. The first one is a background check because we deal with people's money.
He's a square from Delaware. He's a square from Delaware. That's my partner though.
So background, and then 2 is everybody got to get a license because we operate in a heavily regulated industry. So, anything that goes on in the financial industry, you got to have a license. So that license could be ranging from life, and just having a simple life license, or get an investment license, investment advisor license. But generally, most people start with the life license. So I would say like those are the first 2. The last 3 that I think really carve out is somebody who's ambitious.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of fake ambition now with the internet, and everybody is, I want it right now. Like, okay, when we talking about wealth, I was just talking to a cousin of mine. He just got out. He just did like 17 years. He sat down.
Shout out.
And he called me, shout out to him, right? Hassan, my cousin, back at home, right? So he reached out to me, and he like, man, like I've been watching you, and like I'm so proud of you, my older cousin. So like that means a lot to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he paved the way for me. So he was like, I'm proud of you, and I was like, thank you, cuz. Like, I appreciate that. And he was like, so I was thinking about getting on with you, but obviously I know. But he was like, I know it's a lot of people out here who probably try to get on with you. He said, watch how these people move, because a lot of them say they want something, but they actually don't.
They don't.
They don't.
They want the end goal, not the process.
Yeah, I like that.
That's everything in life. Because even I remember myself, I was like that, because I'm gonna just keep it real. Because we come from our culture and we come from poverty-stricken economies, we want the car, we want the house. So we say the cheap route is, I'm gonna sell dope, I'm gonna rob, I'm gonna do that to get there. Instead of going the short route, which brings me to this, is something that we talked about before. And right after we met, matter of fact, dang, that's crazy. Right after we linked, I went and enrolled in school for college, right? I've been to college, but I never passed no class. You know, I was partying and stuff.
That was me.
So I enrolled, right? I got a Bachelor of Science in Business with Data Analytics. I get my bachelor's. I just graduated my bachelor's in March, right? So I'm like, man, I'm cool. But it just, to me, it wasn't enough personally. But that 4 years is the process to get the paper and some knowledge. I had some of it, but it just formatted it. So I said, I'm gonna get my MBA. So now I'm in my MBA. I'll graduate my MBA in October.
Praise God, dude.
Yeah, God is good. So I try to get this dude to go, but he don't. He's just not ready for school yet. Which I tell him if he go right now. But I will say, my boy Travis, what's your degree in, Travis?
Which one?
See,
said which one?
That's all I like. That's all of them.
Well, I got a math and science, AA from Fullerton, and social science from Fullerton, advertising and public relations from Cal State Excelsius.
Bring him on.
What don't you do, man?
And he edits film. Also, he do music as well. Hey,
we gotta talk. Yeah. We gotta talk.
Yeah.
We gotta talk, because this industry is so lucrative. Like, let me give you the idea in terms of like the financial industry. So the financial industry is so big because it's just like anything associated with money is always big. The number one place to make money is the money industry, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. So there's a movement of money right now by the baby boomers. Those are people born between the ages of 1940 and like 1967. I could be off by a few years on both sides. But they represent 70% of spending power and wealth in America. They have right now collectively, they have about $73 trillion. Here's what's happening. They're retiring, right? They're retiring and they're looking places to put their money at. Yeah. And you'll see it being passed on, not just in the retirements, you'll see it in they're passing on their businesses. You know, they're looking for ways to leverage what they already have to protect it and maintain it. Well, if they don't have some place to put it, then they just kind of squander their wealth. Yeah. Right? Yes. So we become the middleman, and we provide solutions, we provide opportunities. So if I sit down with a client, you know, on average, you know, I have a client pay me from $3,000 to $30,000, and not them paying me, but because I'm just facilitating, rolling over some money out, helping them get inside of some sort of plan or something. It can range from there. And when I wasn't used to this. You know, by the way, I didn't graduate college. I'm the some college guy.
But that's not because that is what I've been seeing with the Mark Cubans.
Yeah.
Did Mark Zuckerberg finish, or they gave him honorary?
Zuckerberg, no, they gave him honorary.
They gave him honorary.
Bill Gates,
honorary. Even Steve Jobs, some of our biggest minds of today's day didn't finish. So I tell my son, it's not about finishing school. It's just, I just feel like it gives you some tools that we didn't get in high school. 100%.
Because when I went to college, I could look back now and I go, man, thank God, because it provided me discipline.
Yeah.
It provided me discipline and network for me.
Yeah, they say that's what the rich people see their kids for, is just network. Because I think every American president has been either Yale or Princeton. Was it Yale or Harvard? Yale or Harvard. Yeah. They've been to Yale or Harvard. Every American president. So so I get that. So what I also want to ask you, right, is for you, how has this journey been like? Because you're a great father, you're a great husband. I see that all the time. And a lot of us didn't grow up with fathers. Yeah. And so I like to highlight that when I see that. I don't know if Alexander, you have kids?
No, not yet.
Not yet. You'll be a great dad.
Take your time.
Yeah, take your time. take your time. I started early, as you can see. I started early back
there. You just got it out the way.
Yeah, I got it out the way, man. I'll get on the back end. But how important is that to you?
It's outside of my faith in Jesus Christ, that is the number one thing in my life. So I run my life on what I call 5 F's. Faith, family, finance, fitness, fun. So faith, obviously, but my family, man, just, you know, I was just talking to somebody, I feel like this morning. I had like a coaching call, and I was telling them how, right before I got here, I do acupuncture. I get like massages. And I was telling the guy, he don't have a child either. He's 41. It's funny. And he was saying how you know, he watches me on social media, and like, what does it mean to be a dad? Well, first of all, my dad was in my life. He was present. He was active, and he just taught me things. And I'm thankful for him. But then I'm also somebody who's just willing to learn. You know, I surround myself with other, you know, dads. For me, I don't call it like mentors, but there's older men that's in my life who I can go to.
Elders.
I can go, elders, and I can go. You know, so like, what you do with your wife in this situation? Because my wife pissing me off right now, you know? And then he'll go, well, you know, that's not that bad. Just think about it like this because it translates over. But to me, outside of my faith, my family, that's numero uno. That's why I do what I do, so that they can have a life that I grew up on the wrong side of the tracks.
A lot of people, and you know what, me and Travis talk about this a lot, how important faith is first.
Yeah.
Like if you can't, bro, like we have discussions. We be like, I love that I love about Travis is on Sundays. I be trying to link. I gotta go to church first. I love it. He going to church. He cool because you gotta have that bond. And I'll say on the father part, right? I used to be torn with that because I didn't have a dad, and even though I was prison life, I was locked up most of his life. So when I came home in 2017, I was okay with him being mad at me, like I ain't rocking with you, nigga. You ain't been there. I was okay with that because I understand that I made the mistake. But as time progressed, our relationship was very strong, and it's cool because I'd be sitting there talking to him, I'm like, man, this is what it felt like. Like, because I know I didn't try to hear that when I was little, but I think a lot of dudes, and now we're like, with me, bro, if you around me and you ain't doing right by your kid, bro, I can't rock with you.
Oh, I cut you off.
Yeah, I can't, because it's not the same. But faith, family,
finance, fitness,
and
fun.
Okay, the fitness, people don't understand about this.
It ties into faith. It's kind of the same.
It's the same. It's very parallel.
Yeah.
They don't, and I forgot who I was talking to, and they were just like, when you do these business deals, because I think if we all have business in here, we don't think about 100,000. We're thinking about millions and billions in one day.
Yeah.
And they said, if you can't take care of the one temple God gave you, how can you take care of a business?
That's
how can I
so
expect you to wake up every day if you can't wake up every day and go work out and watch what you put into your body?
That's so good.
Because in the Bible it says, what is it? It's not what goes to my mouth that defiles me, what comes out. But it's still a level of discipline of what's coming in and out of their mouth, and people don't understand that. So I always tell people that just like, even me, I wake up every day at 4 a.m. The reason being is I don't have to. I'm choosing to, but I know I got to be in bed by 9. So
nugget.
I have to be in there. Good. So it's systems, atomic habits, and structures. Or the 7 highly effective habits.
Stephen Covey, yeah.
Yeah, so you ever read a book called The Outliers?
Absolutely, Malcolm Gladwell.
How you know?
Yeah, 10 hours, 10 years, 10,000 hours.
My boy Shaw, I tell you that's why, bro. It's important. How important was reading for you in everything you do?
Readers are leaders. It's just that simple. You know, I think you read a book a month. It may not translate, but it's kind of like that dollar cost averaging. It's kind of like compounding. See, that wealth of knowledge doesn't come up front, but what it does is that it's a delayed effect. And then it starts to show itself at some point. You know, I mean, I know now the person who I used to be versus like who I am now, light years difference, because, you know, I read, I associate with the right people, right?
Yeah,
when you talked about fathers,
yeah.
Like if you're not taking care of your business at home, dude, we can't hang out.
Yeah.
Like, not even.
What part of Chicago are you from?
Southside.
Southside Chicago? Okay, he from them blocks.
Yeah.
So, little turned up over there back there, you know, the little guy in the red back there. So look, he listens to drug music, he think he's cool, so I'm living in St. Louis, so I say, hey, listen.
Hey.
So I'm gonna tell you 2 stories. I'm gonna tell the second story, I'll tell the first one after this. So I hit him like, hey, what you doing in June? Why? I said, fly out here, I need you to help me move. I said, we're gonna go to the Puerto Rican Festival in Chicago. Took him there.
Yeah.
Took him there quick.
Yeah.
Took him there. We drove up there from St. Louis, 4-hour drive. We
wanted
there
to stay there too.
He did. Man, listen. I said, we going home. It's getting dark. No, but look. This how cute I am with where I'm from. Cause I'm a street dude, so I know. So it's me, him, my other partner from Brooklyn. My dude from Brooklyn, right there in St. Louis. So we drive up there. We chilling. I'm talking about beautiful women. I'm talking about great food. We chilling. It's on. We looking. We on. I said, hey, let's get up out of here. They're like, well, I say it's about time we get up out of here. Is the sun's going down, the liquor's going, the weed's going. We need to go in Chicago. I'm never not. It's Chicago.
You know.
Yeah. So as we're walking out, lo and behold, fight started. It's a whole on brawl. They beating the brains of somebody with a Puerto Rican flag. It's on my page. There's no cap. They beating the police coming. Yeah, I'm like, see, I told y'all, let's go. Now I'm gonna tell you about the first time I went to a Puerto Rican Day Parade. I'm me, so I live with respect and faith. So I went to Chicago by myself. I pull up by myself
Wow.
to go to the Puerto Rican Day Parade in 2023, right? So if you guys haven't been, it's at Humboldt Park. It's like the center. There's never no parking by the park. You got to park at least a quarter to a mile off. So I'm parked like half a mile away from the park. I'm so juiced up. I'm trying to go see some little Latina mommies. You feel me? Some
Spanish
Boricua,
fly.
yeah. So I forget where I park, right? So I go. I forget where I park. I'm like, dang, where'd I park?
Yeah.
Now I leave the thing about like 6:37. So the sun is like, you know, that like a vampire movie is creeping down like Blade 1. You can see it. You can see it. So I'm looking for the car. I'm like, bro. I'm like, bro, this is not good. So I'm trying to figure the street. So all I know is go to the main street now. The Puerto Rican Day Parade, they shut down the whole city, and the Puerto Ricans, they ride dirt bikes, cars through the streets. So I'm like, I can go to the main street.
Yep.
I remember the liquor store came out. I can go down that street. So I'm walking up. Mind you, I look like this, tattoos and dreads. That's all that's in Chicago is tattoos and dreads.
And you black around
You black, so
Puerto Ricans.
so I pull up. It's this short black dude arguing with a Puerto Rican. All I hear is folks. I was like, oh, we look at the bullshit.
Yeah.
A fight between the GDs and BDs break out. I'm in the middle looking like I'm from California. I'm from California.
Just tell them you're from Cali.
Yeah,
Because they respect California.
Yeah, so they fighting. I'm not getting it, but I'm looking at it like, bro, I gotta get out. So I finally found my car, and I'm sitting in the car like, nigga, how did you lose your car in Chicago? How did you? I'm sitting there looking like, bro, you all the way off. But shout out to Chicago. Chicago's definitely good.
Yeah,
so
it's a great city, man.
I want to say something. I'm gonna say one name. I want to see what that name means to you. Nipsey Hussle.
Legend.
Myron Golden. You don't mess with Myron Golden?
Yeah, I mean, I think he is one of the few people in the space that I can say what he is attempting to do. He's in motion to do.
Okay. Him 500.
I don't know who that is.
You know who Him 500? Okay. Wall Street Trapper.
Let me think. Trailblazer.
Trailblazer. David Shands.
Who is David Shands?
He has Social Proof podcast. He's cool with all them in that framework.
I don't know his name.
Kevin Samuels.
Rest in peace.
Godfather. That's the Godfather. I
Rest in
got
peace.
some more for you. I'm doing some companies. Primerica.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Primerica.
I think Primerica is great because they help the underserved communities.
They're like they're like McDonald's of the financial world. I feel like because they're everywhere and they're just like fast food. I feel like because everywhere I went for jobs, you got Primerica trying to sell you. I'm like, man, I got a background. You're not gonna hire me, bro. You can't hire me.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Would you pay $30,000 for a Toyota Camry or $100,000 for a Toyota Camry?
I pay $30,000.
Yeah, so that's Primerica.
Okay, there's another one. Okay, no, Merrill Lynch.
I'll be nice. Gold standard.
Charles Schwab.
Gold standard for sure.
Thinkorswim app.
Who?
Thinkorswim app. Oh, I got one.
I don't think it's one.
Okay, so if you want to see how you can play with stocks and learn how to play with stocks, day trading, right? Because that's the new thing, right?
Yeah.
Go open up a Charles Schwab account. $5, you open up an account,
Easy,
right?
yeah.
Easy. Go to, on the same website. Go to Thinkorswim day trading app.
Oh, Thinkorswim.
Yeah, Thinkorswim. What they let you do is they give you $200,000 in paper money to play trade, and you kind of get the gist of it.
Yeah.
And you get to play around. And if you have a desk job or you're just sitting for 8 hours, you want to do something, that's cool. If you could leave here right now before you go, because I got a couple things I want to ask you and invite as well.
Mm-hmm.
Leave them with the financial advice or some kind of direction. Take as much time as you need. What would you tell them? Because they need it.
First and foremost, I would say get started as soon as you possibly can. Like the earlier, the better. Just because of just how compounded interest works, that's your best friend when it comes to investing. Most people think that they need a lot of money to start. You don't. You just got to get started. Like, there's 3 killers to money. There's inflation, taxation, but the biggest one is called procrastination. So I would say get started early. And then if you're talking about investing, obviously reach out to me because I'll get you right. But I would say get invested in the top two companies out there.
Okay, I got actually a couple more questions. This is an actual scenario, hypothetical speaking. Juice Kid over there. You see all the chains in the LA hat looking like he in the Kendrick Lamar video?
Yeah, big money, big money.
Yeah. Let's say he wins the lotto. He wins the lotto, right? He has the winning ticket. He knows he's won. He says, hey, Otis, what do I do? I won the ticket. Should I take the lump sum? Should I take the yearly, annually? What should I do? What's going on?
I would tell him to take the annually, and I would tell him don't spend it for a year.
Keep your job and work.
Don't spend it for a year, because most people go broke from any large sum of money within 2.5 years. And it's not because of the money, it's because of the identity of the person with the money. You get it? So the person, if you've never been used to, I believe in something I call like thermometer, right? So like, let's just say if you are $70,000 a year type of guy. So if you make less than $70,000, your identity is like, we got to go to work. I got to start doing something, and then everything in you is going to get you back to that $70,000 range. But if you make too much money, and if you don't have the right identity, meaning you don't have the right habits, disciplines when it comes to making money. Let's say we go from $70,000 to $150,000. Let's just say you get a big bump, like you just hit a stain somewhere. Right? If you don't have the right identity, you'll notice that $150,000, whatever it is that you made, you'll come all the way back down. You'll cool it all the way back down. So I call it like thermostat, because you think about a room temperature. Room temperature is what, 72, right? If you set the thermostat's 72, even if the degrees falls below, it's gonna find a way to get back there. Same thing if you set it above it, it'll come right back there.
Okay. Another one. Do you believe in a man working 2 jobs to get to where he needs to go, or should he just try to learn better skills, better soft skills?
Yeah, I think, honestly, in today's space, if you got one source of income, it's too close to 0 sources of income.
I tell people that all the time, because if that's gone, then what you gonna do?
Yeah, go get your hustle on, Go get, like, you could drive Uber,
Bro,
go drive
Uber, DoorDash, it's like, that's revolutionary. Think about that, bro. I seen a dude on Instagram, right, white dude. He was living in his car doing DoorDash for 12 hours straight. He saved up to $53,000.
You see that?
I said, man, I might have to live in that car, man.
We just lazy.
I think we're comfortable, we lazy, and we think, and this is something I want to talk about before we go. It's very important to me. Is the black family dynamic, where we won't even stay in the same house to make it work. We'll pay. He pays $1,800 for his apartment.
I like this
He pays $1,800 by that thing. When we can stay in the house, say, let's just buckle down, either purchase a home, or we can live in this house or this apartment, whatever, and make more money. Black people have to be out at 18. I got to do it on my own. I need my own car, my own house. And you're not gonna get far like that.
Nope, not at all.
I literally watched, because I've been in Orange County since I was 13. I watched the Asian community buy whole communities, live in one house. Irvine, buy that one house.
Yeah.
Then everybody move out to the next house. The family, mom and daddy stay in this house. The kids, they move into this house, and they trickle it down. They got what is it called? A sou? Is it a sou? Or is it a flower? A sou? What is the sou thing where they everybody puts in $100, whoever's in the middle gets it. It's a sou. Where everybody puts in $100, and in the middle they take it. The person takes it out and puts back another 100, and it keeps the family generating money.
Yeah.
How important is that within the black culture that we can't find that family dynamic?
You bring up, man. You're really on one today.
I've been thinking about this.
Really on one today,
bro. I've been thinking about this.
So I thought about this. Me and my sister-in-law, we've been talking about this. So my wife, her sister lives in San Diego, and so does her and her husband live in San Diego. And me and her sister are caught up on this concept. And I don't know if it's like a real concept, but we call it compound living.
Okay.
Right, where we house everything together. So all of our finances, we pool more, because we'll have more economic pool power when it comes to, buying, purchasing. Obviously, it takes time to accumulate that. So in a sense, you end up becoming a bank. Like when you see some of these, Jewish communities moving. Please, Jewish people, don't come after me for saying that. When you see some of the Asian communities moving the way that they are, because it's all like a snowball effect. And the main purpose of it is to accumulate all of these people. So let's just say it's 15 of us in the household. Then we'll put you on a list, right? Okay. Well, we're gonna do this for X amount of time, and then we're gonna not kick you out, but we're gonna basically take you and put you in this area, and we're gonna start this again. So we're gonna take the 15 people, we've accumulated enough wealth here in this household right now, then we're gonna take like 7 of y'all, and you're gonna go do this in this area so that our dollar does not thin out. This is essentially so a lot of communities do this, but one country that's really good at this is India. If you look at India, you look back 50 years ago, India was an underdeveloped, dilapidated country.
Third world country.
But they did the same kind of concept, but they did it on a much grander scale, where they said, okay, we're gonna take the best engineers, the best architects, and what we're gonna do is that we're gonna send you out to the United States of America. We're gonna send you out to all of these different countries that are making it happen. You go get all of what you need, go graduate with honors, go to Yale, Harvard, whatever,
do that.
and then we want you to bring that back. And what you've seen was happen in India. They're like, GDP, I believe, is like in the top 10 right now in the entire world because of that concept.
Aren't they the iron bricks? They're the iron bricks, right? Am I tripping? Is it India? India's the iron bricks.
Yeah.
So I got a question because I'm back on Juice Kid over here. You see Juice Kid? That's a rapper, right? You like rap music? You listen to hip hop?
I don't as much as I used to.
Okay.
But I do. I still do.
Does it ever cross your mind when you're watching rappers online like this dude they managing his money right?
Every single rapper.
I knew it. And you have to, because I be like, bro, because like my boy over there, so these two, see that one over there, how he's downplaying it, they have a chain war.
Really?
Yeah. Who has the most chains? They're downplaying it now, but yeah, who has the most chains? Who has the most
Who got the most chains?
Yeah, who got the most chains? See?
It's not a war. He'll tell you.
He got the rollie on over there, he got the chains. But see, my guys though, I love him though. But I know you have to sit back and look at like, cause they your people, and I would think something like you would have rapper clients like, hey man,
I do.
You do? Oh, see, I didn't know that.
I
And
do.
how was that?
NBA.
How was that working with a rapper? Oh, cause they be spending. NBA dudes the worst. I heard stories about NBA dudes, they go broke after once they stop playing.
It's a known fact.
But if I was an NBA player, right, I would just look at Magic Johnson and copy. I would just copy Magic Johnson. It's very Starbucks, movie theaters. He owns some of the Dodgers now, right? And LA Galaxy, right?
Yeah, he's a billionaire. And he did that because it was a slow process. Like it happened over time. So when you talk about like rappers or any celebrity, again, it goes back to that effect of most of them are not used to having money. Mm-hmm. So it's not that the products are not available, it's the education is not available to them. So like you think about if me and you had the conversation that we did and you went on and you did what you did.
Yeah.
That was just because it wasn't because you were dumb or something.
Yeah.
It's just because you just didn't have the
I
information.
didn't have the information. In that moment, I would compare it to like a mastermind mentor moment. Like, it just was, hey, you can pick up what I'm laying down, or you can just walk out here and say, I met with somebody.
So imagine this. Imagine if more of us had the information to go, let me teach you about just that. I don't need to manage you, but let me just teach you how money works. I do that. I give information freely because I believe in what's called a giver's gain. I never think, full circle, we come back to that moment where we sat down and then we end up here right now. Yeah. That's like that blows my mind.
No, trust me.
That blows my mind.
I've been waiting for this interview because I was like, bro, I didn't want to do a Zoom one. I said, I'm not doing a Zoom interview with bro. I need to sit down because I need you to know that moment was very pivotal for me because I'm pretty sure Juice, anyone in here can say, we've never had no one that be able to sit us down and say that, hey, listen, man, this is what I do, this is what I have, here's the receipts, I like what you're doing. Even because I remember your exact words, he goes, now we can get around the background because you can't do this, but you can do certain things. To me, that meant a lot. I was like, bro, I gotta make it count for something.
I knew what was in you right away. Like the Holy Spirit revealed to me in that moment, like who you were.
Discernment is key.
I was like, this is a good dude, and by the way, you're gonna do some. This is like you scale life. You won't even believe what's in store for you.
I tell them that. And so the invite is going to be right now. What are you doing February 1st, Saturday? I don't know what the time is. Is it 10 to something? 10 to 6 or something like that?
You name it.
Black History. So the 45th annual Black History Parade is going to be in Anaheim, downtown. We're going to do the culture stage. What we're doing now, we're doing it in front of the whole parade.
Let's do it.
So also, if you want, I can email you if you want to be a vendor as well. I don't know if you want to be a vendor. So they have, how many, he's always been a vendor. How many vendors is it, like 30?
Just like no.
100? Like 100? And so people just walk by. You can tell them if you want to put out your services or you're trying to hire people or not. But I can send you that email for the vendor application if you want it.
Send it to me.
Yeah, I'll send it to your email. We'll get after this. But before you go, then tell them everything where they can find you, and if you're hiring or if you're doing, looking for it, and all that, because they need to really rock with you.
Yeah.
Like anyone in here too.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's just for the simple fact, if you come in to get some information, I think it's important. Like, yeah, I can provide the opportunity, and that's great, and I want to grow with people. But I think the information is more important. So you can find me on any single platform. My first name Otis, Otis, last name Bird, like a bird in the sky, but with a Y, not an I. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on Instagram is the_real ODB. And I guess I could give out my phone number because we always got people doing that. But 630-725-8020. You can reach out to me. It'll be me answering or my assistant. But I just look forward to connecting with people because of only one thing. I truly believe that the more that I give, the more that I'll give back. So if you want to ask what's in it for me, like if people win, then I win some way, some shape, some form. It just happens to come back.
They might ask this question: what is your mentor race looking like, and what does it consist of?
My mentor,
like today, somebody wants you to be their mentor. Like if someone says, "Listen, I want to meet with you 1 hour a day in the office on the phone or something. I need you to mentor me. I'm trying to get to that next level. I want to be financially free. I want to have financial freedom. I want to lead a team. I want to be that guy."
Yeah. I think number one, I only coach people who work with me in my industry.
Okay.
Because I kind of curtail and customize to that. Because I got a lot of people who will start with me and then they'll branch out. Like I got a guy he started with me 3 years ago, and he's doing very, very well, him and his wife. And they run a 7-figure dog training business out in Downey, and it's very successful. But the reason I say I start with them there in our business is because the concepts in which in my business, they branch out and they're so applicable. Like they can duplicate across any different industry.
Knowledge.
Yeah, it's because it's just like I format systemically. Like, okay, maybe it's dog training, but it's really all business is the same in a sense. It's just I don't have the passion to go and go do that. But if for me to mentor somebody, I don't mentor. I probably mentor maybe 3-4 people per month. Because I like to spend time with people and helping them grow, not just in finance. That's,
yeah.
You can make all of the money.
You can make all you want, but you don't have the tools. So what's your name of your company?
Excelsius Financial.
Look at that, Excelsius Financial.
Excelsius Financial. You can find me anywhere. You can find me excelsiusfinancial.org. I'm everywhere, man. I'm on LinkedIn, Instagram, tons of followers and all of that stuff. And I post constant. I do something every single day. So people
follow him on TikTok. Go to his TikTok. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you want the free game, if you want to be able to scoop up some of them bits and pieces, go to TikTok.
Yeah.
He's more on TikTok. What's the name of your podcast?
The Alpha Mentality podcast.
I picked up some gems there too.
Yeah.
When it first started, I was like, okay, I'm peeping because I'm gonna pick up gems. Where I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you real. I bit that.
I do a lot of mentorship through that too. So I'm on all platforms.
Listen, that is the most free. YouTube University is the most free mentorship you can get. But I think it's come by, brother. Hey, listen, I'll see you February 1st. I have to talk to you before that.
Yeah.
But it's just for the camera. Man. I
got
believe
you.
it. Hey, they probably need some jobs back there too. We got it here though. Man, that was a good one.